Kawaii Woof High, Chapter 5, Dance Forever, X3. Max runs so fast to gym part 1. He was excited, but with how the last two classes went, he wasn't sure, not to mention Snake and the Poison, Broken Heart. He made it to gym part 1 and huffed a little. He fluttered his lashes and giggles. He walked over to the group of students and swayed his booty in excitement. This was going better already, but he was still so nervous. Hello, new students of Kawaii Woof High. My name is T, and I will be your teacher for gym, said Teacher T. Max gasped and spun around so fast because this teacher seemed so kawaii and cool. Also, she was teens like them, but was so smart and kawaii, she got to be gym teacher. Okay, class. Today we're going to learn dance, T said strongly. Everybody get partner, and I will teach the dance. Max gasped and looked around. So many people already getting partner, and he felt sad and cried because nobody wanted to dance with him, Broken Heart. But then he felt touch on arm. It was Snow Moon. Hey, she said, her mouth turning into a smile. Want dance, new BFF? As thank for curing my sadness. Max gasped. OMG, yes. Sure, Baka, Max said and took her hand. They blushed like a baka, then looked at a T who was calling somebody on phone. She must need partner too, to teach dance, so everybody waited because they understood. Then suddenly a teacher Max never seen before came in. She was so sexy and beautiful, and a T blushed because she's so hot. The woman came over and bounced her booty as she took a T's hand. Max looked at Snowman. Who that? That's Scarlet. Teacher at T's DF, Snowman say. Lesbian? Max gasped. Gay people were allowed in school? Yes, lesbian. You're not homophobic, are you? Snowman gasped. No, Baka, Max said, embarrassed. No, I gay too. I'm bisexual, but in old school, everybody bullied me for being gay. The whole school was homophobic. Max sighed. OMG, I bisexual too, Snowman said. Max gasped and Snowman gasped, but they had to now pay attention to learning the dance, but they bonded over being gay, which was so cool. They started dancing. Snowman blushed and giggled and was so hot to Max. Everything was going so well. It was very sexy. But then somebody broke in. They were tall and wearing a black cloak, so nobody saw what or who they were. Everybody gasped. They were in shock and stopped dance, but then the cloak will suddenly use fire magic and set the gym room on fire. Everybody screamed. They needed to leave. This person was trying to kill. Max screamed and gasped and fainted because he was getting a vision. Max squealed as he saw the vision. He saw two cloaked wolves and they were eating Kawaii Woof High student corpses. The school was on fire and there was blood leaking from the walls. Max screamed and cried as the cloaked wolves ran at him and killed him. Then he woke up to Snow Moon holding him and was outside. Chapter 6, Sunny Day, Broken Hearts. Max squealed and blushed because he was being held by strong Lady Wow. OMG, Mac, are you okay? Someone cried. She was worried sack. Yes, I okay. Max sniffled and thought about explaining the vision he saw, but didn't. It was bad timing. No more stress need. I can't believe she's back. Snowman sighed and fluttered her eyelashes. Max gasped. What mean? What do you mean? Max asked. Snowman cried hard again and sobbed so hard because she was having flashback. Oh, gee, so I had a bestie named Sundial and he was so hot and my only friend, but then his sister killed him and he is now dead and I'm still sad and I thought it'd never happen again, but here his sister is again, killing people. Snowman sobbed and wailed. Oh, gee, fly high, Angel, Max said. That comforted Snow and she calmed down, but now the two need to learn something. Why this happening? Why Snake evil? Why this random fire person evil? What plan they have? Snowmoon and Max run away out behind tree to talk about this. They have very serious planning and wondering on why this happened. Then Max spill bean. Snowmoon, I had A vision, Max said, kawaii-like. Snowman gasped. I saw a vision of two cloaked wolves eating KWH students. The place was on fire and there was blood on the walls. OMG. This serious, Snowman said, thinking now. But who could two cloaked wolves be? Max sighed and confessed again. I think cloaked wolves is whoever that person killed your friend is, and Professor Snake. Snowman gasped. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. This was insane. But she trusted Max. He never lied. So they talked more and made theories on what they doing in evil. Then suddenly, a touch touched Snow Moon. Someone screamed and growled, snarling at whoever touched her. It was James. Whoa! Calm the fuck down, woman! James screamed and huffed so angry. I was just telling you class was about to start, Baka. James blushed. Ugh! Right, whatever, James. Someone sighed and began walking away, and Max followed her. But why James blush? He'd never seen James blush like that before. So weird. Zelmon and Max made it to their next class, history. They sat down next to each other and waited for teacher to come in the classroom. They gasped when the teacher came in. It was a big surprise. It was Eros, the moon goddess. OMG, I thought you died and went in coma? Snowmoon said to the Jesus wolf she worshipped. Oh, no, Eros said. Snowmoon gasped. OMG, her idol was back now, heart. Anyways, Eros began teaching class, but all Max could think about was the things he saw. Snake poison, cloak wolf burning Jim, Jane blush. So weird. This new school was becoming weirder and weirder by the day. As Max spaced out, he looked out window, then gasped. He saw Professor Snake running with poison, and Cloak Wolf was running with him. Max could not believe his eyes, and he got up from desk and from class and ran out the classroom. Everybody confused and judged him like always because he Baka, but he did not care. They were planning something right now. He needed to know what. Chapter 7. Wrecked. Max ran sexually out of class, looking so cute in his outfit, but that did not matter, kinda. He needed to chase down Professor Snake and Clocked Wolf. He cried a little and sucked the tears back in cutely. He need be brave. He went outside and growled, seeing the Cloaked Wolf and Snake outside behind school. The Cloaked Wolf took off her cloak. It was a big lady. She was evil-looking and had cool flame-colored fur, and her eyes were seafoam green. Max gasped. He was in shock seeing Big Woman, but Big Woman noticed him and he growled. Max gasped, but then Snake held on to Woman and kissed her OMG. But then Snake took out a gun and shot Max, and Max screamed in pain, oh no, leg hurt. Then Woman took out the device and turned it on, and it started to get windy. Max gasped on the floor because he was shot in the leg, and watched the two runs off. A tornado was starting to form from the device, and they die. Max cried so hard, OMG. Max sobbed so hard it was horrible, and he cried, but then he heard gasps. It was James. He heard gunshot, and Snowman too. They gasped because they saw Tornado, and they cried too, but they picked up Max and began trying to run as Tornado started to ruin everything. Snowman growled at Tornado and cried as she and James carried Max away to the town with the best power they can. The storm was getting worse. It was very, very scary, cannot believe. Someone shouted, "Down this street! My home!" She shouted and ran down a street and entered a house and locked the door to keep the tornado out real. Max sobbed. His leg needed help still, so Jane put him on couch in Snowman's house, which is where they were, and Snowman and James began talking on what to do. Chapter 8. Gun wound? Maybe romance? Snowman cried a little bit, and James slapped her. Shut up, woman! James growled. OMG, woman-phobic! Snowman growled and began beating up James. James cried and ran away after being beaten up at Snowman's side, not feeling bad at all. Snowman then looked at Max inside before getting paper towel to tend his wound. He healed him with paper towel. Take rest. Need to make James no be a little bitch. Snowman said sexily and patted Max, and Max nodded, relaxing and nervously watching Tornado outside. OMG changed POV, Snowmoan. Snowmoan then went to other room and saw James crying because he was beat up, but then Snowmoan saw something else in his eyes. It was broken heart. James? You okay? Snowmoan asked. OMG, no! I have trauma with women, James cried. Snowman gasped. She had no idea, and she sat by James. OMG, I'm sorry. I had no idea. James, I thought you were just ugly on the inside, but not on the outside because you are very hot, and that you hated women for no reason. She cried a little. Sigh, said James. It's okay, Snowmoon. Thank you for understanding, Snowmoon. James then looked at Snow lovingly and kissed her. OMG, Snowmoon blushed and kissed back. This was so hot. And they made out, but then gasp alert them. Back to Max POV. Heart. Max looked and cried seeing Snowmoon and James kiss. He cried so hard because he thought him and Snowmoon had something going on. Snowmoon stopped sucking face with James. OMG, Max! You should be resting. Your leg was shot! Snowmoon screamed in fear seeing him stand. I thought we had something! Max cried and punched James, who cried. But then they heard the tornado come close and gasped because it was ripped the roof off Snow's house. They screamed to Snowman because she strong picked up Max and James and began running from Tornado, trying to harm them. Max blushed, still in love with Snowmoon, even though heartbroken. Maybe he did not know full story of Kiss, but he's still mad and angry. They kept running, and then gasped because they saw a light in the sky. To be continued.